Homestead, Miami Speedway. You're joining us tonight for the Veedverks Cup Outlaws Series season finale. We have 4 drivers going head to head for the title tonight. But not only are those 4 on the track, we have 9 in the grid. So it's going to be a fun one tonight. The drivers rolling on their pace laps. My name is Emerson Arn, and I'm here to bring you tonight's action in the best format possible. So, on the front row, we have the 55 of Clutch. And to his outside, championship contender in the 20, Miz. In row 2, we have the 42 of Crazy. And to his outside, championship contender in the 1, that is Party People. In row 3, we have the 78 of Spoob, and who's a championship contender. And to his outside, the final of the 4 championship contenders in that 9 car, Cracker. In row 5, we have the 51 of Addy and the 18 of Motorsports. And in row 6, we have the 13. In row 5, we have the 13 of Controller Hog. So these 9 drivers ready to take it out to the progressive banked 1.5 mile oval here in Homestead, Miami, Florida. For the final time this season, the green flag is in the air. We are racing at Homestead, Miami Speedway. 3 wide already on the first lap as they start to file into line. Miz is already searching for an early lead to try to get around the 55 of Clutch. Party right on the tailgate of the 20 car. And going side by side into 3, you see the 20 on the outside. He's going to try to get the run off the corner, and Party's going to try to use the shorter way around to get his position. Side by side out of turn 4, battling really hard. Clutch really holding that outside lane up, which is really affecting the 20 of Miz. Party trying to creep up along the inside as we start lap number 2. Just shy of a 40 lap stage. We have 37 laps to go here in stage number 1. 55 of Clutch, the race leader's into the wall. He cuts down right in front of the 1 of Party People. They're going 3 wide for the race lead now. The 42 backs off. Now it's championship contender side by side, and Miz clear to the lead. Right in front of Party People, and there's Cracker right in third. Cracker now holding on to that third spot. We have 3 of the final 4 in the top 3. Miz right now, Spoob right now in the 5th position, so we have all 4 of the final 4 in the top 5 right now. 42 of Crazy is the spoiler at the moment for the top 5. To the inside goes the 1 of Party People, diving to the inside looking for the spot, knowing that if he beats the other 3 competitors, he is the champion. So at the moment, he's showing that right now, your current champion right now, Party People, out in front, Miz right on the back bumper, ready to get him back. Moving up high, Miz, I believe he gets into the wall. He makes contact into the wall, almost gets into the 9 of Miz, or 9 of Cracker. To the inside, Cracker trying to clear Miz, and he does so, and Crazy trying to follow suit in that 42. Spoob looking to take advantage of championship contenders in trouble. The 20 of Miz cuts right in front of the 9 of Cracker. The 18 of Motorsports into the wall in the back, and there's a huge gaggle of cars behind them. Everybody jostling for position. And that's Spoob into the 4th position. So that means the final 4 is running 1, 2, 3, and 4 right now. Cracker to the inside of Miz. This is for the 2nd position. Miz fighting hard on the outside lane. Now he drops to the inside to block the momentum of the 9. Out of turn 2, Miz moved higher through the center of the corner to get the run on the exit, and he does so. Opens the gap to the 9 car just a little bit, gaining on the 1 car in front of him. The 42 of Crazy diving to the inside of the 78 of Spoob, looking to play a little bit of playoff spoiler here in the season finale. Crazy and Spoob, they're still going toe-to-toe for the 4th position. Spoob is able to fend him off for the moment. Now he drops to the inside on board with Crazy to see if he can find his way around the 78 car. All over the back bumper of the 78 now, peeking to the inside, piling on the pressure. Down into turn 1, Crazy dives all the way to the white line. He makes contact with the white line and he's loose. He loses a lot of momentum. He's got to hang on to that car down there. He keeps it going as he piled on the pressure to the 78. The rest of the final 4 gapped Spoob. Let's see if Spoob can get it back. The 13 of Controller Hog looking to close the gap to the 78 car, add on a little bit of pressure, clutching that 55 right on his back bumper. 3 cars nose to tail for the 4th position. Spoob heading that queue. The 55 of Clutch up the track. The 78 slides up and Controller keeps his foot in it. Now he's looking for 4th. Back up front, Party People still leading the train of the championship contenders over Miz and Cracker. Controller up to 4th on Spoob, who falls back to 5th. Spoob trying to dive to the inside to get him back. Clutch hanging tough in the 6th position. Motorsports, by the way, has gotten by the 51 of Addy for 7th. Addy right now under pressure from the 42 of Crazy for the 8th position of 9. And Clutch piling on the pressure on Spoob now. It's early in this race. Spoob has got to find a way to make his car a little bit better to be able to contend with the front. He was up there, but you can see the longer the run gets on, the car gets tighter and it's harder to keep speed through the center of a corner. And 55 of Clutch almost into the wall. I think he did make contact with the wall. Back up front, it's getting spicy. Party having to fend off hard now from the 20 car of Miz. Miz really wants to establish some dominance here in stage number 1. Remember, stage points do not matter to the championship 4. It's all about who crosses the line first at the end of the night. That will be crowned Veedverks Cup Outlaw Series champion this season. So Party leading the charge over Miz and Cracker. Controller right now in 4th. Spoob in 5th over Clutch in 6th. Motorsports riding 7th. We got the 42 of Crazy in 8th. And Addy long way back in the 9th position. Right here, this is the race that matters. This is where the drivers show their best abilities. This is the equivalent of an all-star race. And that's what it is. Everything on the table, nothing left behind. It's all or nothing. Whoever finishes in front of the others is the champion. And you see Miz and Party pushing their cars to the limits, but are not able to expand the gap on one another or close the gap to one another. It is staying constant. These well-oiled machines being pushed to their limits. 35 races and what's one more? Miz into the wall, into the slipstream of the 1 car. Cracker follows soon, I believe. Controller did the same thing. Drivers are reporting oil on the track. 3 cars hit the wall, one after another. And here comes the one car to pit lane. He dives to the inside of the racetrack, relinquishing the lead to the 20 of Miz. Cracker goes by. There goes Controller and Spoob. Party people, the first of the drivers to pit. Let's see where he comes out once stops cycle out. And this is about halfway through the stage. Is he going to have enough at the end of the stage? Is he going to be able to save enough? Here comes the 20 of Miz, diving down the backstretch. Cracker follows suit, so does Controller and Spoob. It's about to be busy. Miz is into the grass. He's going to be right in front of the 9 of Cracker. Controller finds the back bumper of the 9. And Miz makes contact, and three of the 4 championship drivers made contact on pit road. Motorsports and Clutch are there as well. And how about that? The pros and cons of pitting early. The one came to an empty pit road, and the rest of the field came to pit lane the next lap, and it was chaos. Everybody getting service right now. Everybody's down and away. Here comes the one of party people. He's going to fly around the outside, taking over the race lead once again with a huge gap. Everybody has to check up for one another. That means Controller comes out second, Cracker third, Miz fourth, and Spooby in fifth. Spoob is going to be right on the back bump of the 20. I'm sure the 20 has a lot of damage from that pit entry accident. Diving to the inside goes the 78, looking for the 4th position on Miz. Motorsports and Clutch are there in the wings, waiting if something happens. So again, the pros and cons of pitting early. Party came to a clean pit road, got out to a huge lead, but does he have the fuel to make it? And if he doesn't, he has a large enough gap to try to save. How about Controller right now in the 2nd position? We knew he's fast. He won at Phoenix. And right now riding 2nd. Can he play a playoff spoiler a couple weeks in a row? Addy has gone 1 lap down in that 51 car. Huge queue of cars being headed by the 20 of Miz. It's 4 cars long, and around goes the 18! He holds on to it. Probably made contact with that apron. Very tricky down there. That's Motorsports, who was spun and kept it going. It's indeed a great save. It looked like his day was about over the way he started spinning, and he kept his foot on the throttle and kept it straight. Right now, Miz, Spoob, and Clutch, 3 in a row. They're tandeming around this racetrack. Cracker, not so much. He's being caught. Clutch now piling the pressure on that 78 car. A lot of pressure being put onto the 78 early in this race. Big moment for the 55 of Clutch off of turn 2. A huge dive down the racetrack, but he keeps it going right in the slipstream of the 78. Again, all this is going on for the 4th position. You see the 9 car on your screen. He is for 3rd. All this happening behind, at the moment, current championship leader and race leader, the 1 car of Party People, leading huge advantage over the 13 of Controller. The gap, 3 seconds between first and second place, but Controller is starting to close that gap. "12 laps remain here in stage number 1. Can these guys make it?" These guys are going to be right on the edge of their fuel coming to the end of this stage. Miz is keeping close to that 9 car, just enough to stay in the slipstream, get a little advantage down the straightaways, and improve that lap time, improve the gap, and it's starting to really close on the back of the 9 car now. 3 of the 4 championship contenders running 3rd, 4th, and 5th, and are about to start battling with one another. The 55 of Clutch all over that back bumper of that 78 car. I don't know if the mirror in that 78 car has ever been clear. Always somebody riding the back bumper of the 78 so far in this stage. The 55 looking to the outside. He's probably faster than these guys, but he doesn't want to get involved in drama with the championship drivers. And understandably so. And a huge moment for Cracker, diving to the inside of the racetrack. Good thing they replaced all that grass with turf, or with tarmac down there. And Miz goes to 3rd. Cracker right now on falling to 5th. Spoob right on the back bumper of that 9, holding up the 78 and the 55. And right now the 51 of Addy looking to unlap himself to the 1 car party people, starting to close the gap. He's running with the race leaders. Maybe he's able to learn a little bit more about what line you take around here. Even though this is a multi-groove racetrack, which line is most beneficial. And the 55 into the wall right now, on board with the 55 as he looks for a way around the 78 and the 9. Again, Cracker diamonding the corners just a little bit. Comes from a high lane, drives right down the racetrack, and right there really close to making contact with the 78. 8 laps to go here in stage number 1. Can these drivers make it on fuel? I'm sorry, 7 to go. The 9 car into the wall. There goes Spoob and Clutch. They're going to 4th and 5th. Cracker back to the 6th position. Can he hold on to it for another 6 laps? Just trying to bring it home to the end of the stage. Maybe get that yellow and regroup here. Speaking of to the end of the stage, Controllers now really close the gap to the 1 car now. All that separates him is that 51 car, but that 51 car is also gained on the 1 car. Championship contender or not, I'm sure these guys are not afraid to go toe-to-toe with party people. The 51 of Addy kind of holding up the 13 of Controller now. Diving to the inside now goes the 13 of Controller, clearing the 51. That is not for position, but now the 13 of Controller has a clear shot at that 1 of Party People with just a few laps to go here in the season finale at Homestead at stage number 1. Two laps to go here in stage 1. Does he have enough time to close? I'm sorry, 3 laps to go in stage 1. We're coming around to 2 laps to go. Both of these drivers on worn tires. trying to squeeze every last drop of fuel they've got, and they got to go 2 more laps like this. Here we go. Party's got a comfortable lead at the moment, but that 13 is definitely faster towards the end of this run. The pit lane is closed. 2 laps remaining in the stage. On board of controller, can he get to that 1 car? By the way, Spoob and Miz, they're going toe-to-toe for 3rd. That one of Party People, he wants to get the stage win, but he also doesn't want to run out of gas. What's going to happen here? We got a lot of battles all over the track, coming to 1 lap to go. Controller now pulling up to the outside of the one of Party People. Contact in the back. 78 got into the wall, making contact with the 9, and now Cracker all over the back bumper of the 20 of Miz. In the race lead, they're going toe-to-toe, side by side into turn 3. Can Controller get the run on the exit? Party on the inside, Controller on the outside. Championship contender versus playoff. Spoiler off of turn 4. Party will clear Controller. He dives to the inside, and that was still close at the line. I believe Party gets it there at the end. Miz, I think, got beat out by the 9 of Cracker on a last corner pass. So Cracker finishes 3rd. Party wins the stage. Controller 2nd. Miz 4th. I believe Clutch came home 5th in the stage. Spoob 6th. Motorsports comes 7th. Crazy in 8th. And Addy 1 lap down in the 9th position. But knowing that, he's going to be the free pass on this caution. What a wild stage 1 finish here. And if that has anything to prove on how this season has gone, or how this season's going to come to an end, we got another second. We got the 2nd and 3rd stage coming up here in the season finale at Homestead Miami Speedway. Here for the Veedverks Cup Outlaw Series. Make sure you go to Veedverks.com and use promo code VCOS for discounts on CBD-based products and needs. Here we go. We're going to line these guys up double wide, and we're going to go again. Here we go. 9 cars ready to go. Green flag is out. We're racing in stage number 2 at Homestead Miami Speedway. Controller and Party People, they get about a dead even start there. Party has the preferred line on the restart and looks to clear the rest of the field. Cracker trying to pull up to 2nd to the inside of Controller now. A lot of contact going on in the back. Miz and Clutch right in the middle of the pack. Miz and Cracker, they make contact. Cracker goes up the track into the 20 of Miz, and now they're both in the wall. That puts Spoob up to 2nd in the championship, up to 4th in the race. Now he looks to get to the outside of the 55, and how about the 51? Ended stage 1, 1 lap down, and now into the top 5. Contact in the back, the 42's in the grass. All that's going on. Controller right on the back bumper of the one of Party People as we head into turn number 3. Clutch 3rd, Spoob 4th, Addy 5th. Off of turn 2, the pressure again being piled on that 78 car. I don't think that back bumper has been clear of a car all race long. 51 looking high to the 78. Back to the 7th position, championship contenders Miz and Cracker go toe-to-toe after making contact with the wall early in the 2nd stage. On board of Controller as he looks to slipstream to 1 and try to close the gap to the race lead here. We have well over 30 laps to go here in stage number 2. As we come down the backstretch, this time around will be 32 to go. Party leads over Controller. Clutch, Spoob, and Addy round out the top 5. Controller almost making contact with the outside wall. Right now, Motorsports running 6th. Miz and Cracker 7th and 8th. Crazy in the 9th position. Now Clutch looking to find his way around the 13 of Controller. Maybe Clutch trying to play a little playoff spoiler. Had a really great showing at Texas. Was pretty fast last week at ISM. And looking the same here at Homestead. Sliding up the track right to the back bumper of the 13. Down the front stretch we go. The 51 of Addy, he's diving to the inside of the 78, but Spoob holding strong on the outside. That is for 4th. Clutch, a huge woman, down onto the bottom of the racetrack. Still keeps some momentum and is able to keep Controller in his reins, looking for some momentum to try to get him back. .30 laps to go here in stage number 2. Party right now is your current race leader and current champion. There's still a lot of racing to go. Can Clutch close the gap back again to the 13 of Controller? He's riding in the slipstream. They're trying to battle for second and maybe out-duel one another to have a shot at being playoff spoiler. Meanwhile, Party continues to lead. Spoob now heads Addy. Motorsports is pulled up to the back bumper of the 51. That is for 5th. Diving to the inside of Addy goes Motorsports. Side by side down the back. Addy still somehow clear of the 18 in the turn 3. They go to the bottom. Motorsports up in the middle. And they still come out in the same positions on corner exit. Addy now diving to the inside of Spoob. Motorsports to the inside of Addy. About to go 3 wide for 4th. Addy into the wall and Motorsports up to 5th. Addy falls back to the 6th position and Spoob gets to gain a little bit of an advantage over the 18 and the 51, who are non-playoff, non-championship contenders at the moment. Try to reduce some of the stress because everybody and their mother has been on the back bumper of that 78 car. Controller has been able to open up a gap to the 55 of Clutch. Now Spoob under attack from the 18 of Motorsports, diving to the inside. This is for the 4th position. Spoob, I think, almost made contact with the outside wall. Motorsports a great advantage on the inside. Down to the turn 1, Motorsports does clear to 78. Is he going to complete this pass? And he does. Instead of sliding up the track and completing a slide job, Spoob just falls back in line. Over the course of the run, these cars get harder and harder to drive. This track offers a lot of options, but some cars only want that one option. The 51 of Addy once again has his sights set on the 78 of Spoob, this time for the 5th position. Meanwhile, Spoob not losing any time to 4th place Motorsports, kind of keeping him at bay. The top 3, they're about equidistant from each other. That's Party, who's your current champion and race leader. Controller 2nd, Clutch in 3rd. Back in the 7th position is the 20 of Miz. The 9 of Cracker in 8th, and the 42 of Crazy has called it a day. 42 is done. Unless he's pitted early. which is also a very possible idea, but I believe he's on pit road and it's done. His 42-day done. So we got 8 drivers still on the track out there running for the last race of the season finale. The 20's into the wall. That's 7th position. And Party up front has extended his gap to the 13 of Controller by a huge margin. We're coming about around to the halfway point of this stage in just a few laps. I believe that is 20 laps to go. – 21 laps to go. Next time around will be 20. These drivers coming up to the pit stop window, the pit window starting to open, and if they pit now, they should be able to make it to the end of the stage. Each stage is about a 1 stop, and then the final stage should be a 2 stopper. Here comes the 9 of Cracker to pit lane, taking full advantage of fresher tires. The 51 of Addy diving to the inside of the 78 of Spoob again for the 4th position. I'm sorry. And here they come to pit road, the 78 and the 51 together. The 55 of Clutch in his box. The 20 of Miz on the pit access lane. Party and Controller still 1 and 2. This time the 20 car makes it no trouble. After a horrific attempt to make a green flag pit stop in stage 1, everybody looks to space themselves out a little bit more this time around. Now the 1 of Party, the 13 of Controller, and the 18 of Motorsports make their way to pit lane. And this should cycle out pit stops for the rest of stage number 2 once these guys are done. Where do these guys come out in relation to themselves and the others? Party and Controller in at the same time. Unless there's some trouble on the 1 car's pit stop, it looks like Party will be down and away before the rest of these guys. But how about the rest of the gang with fresh tires compared to these guys by a lap or 2? Where do they come out in relation to the 1? Party is down and away. You see the 55 of Clutch just coming out of turn 4. Controller comes out 2nd. Motorsports comes out the 3rd physical car. Is he going to stay there? There goes the 55 of Clutch. He goes by for 3rd. He goes by for 2nd. I do not believe he'll get to the race lead, but he's going to be racing Controller on the pit exit. Now Clutch has a huge advantage for 2nd. He's setting his sights on the 1 of Party people, but fresher tires will probably get the better of that battle. So looks like we have the 1 of Party people leading up here. The 55 of Clutch 2nd. The 13 of Controller in 3rd. The 78 of Spoob in 4th. The 18 of Motorsports in 5th. The 51 of Addy in 6th. And the battle for 7th raging between Cracker and Miz. 7th and 8th. Those are 2 championship contenders at the rear of the field, but stages don't matter. It's where you finish. Do you finish ahead of the other 3 in relation to each other at the end of this race? And if you do, you are the Veedverks Outlaws Series champion. We still got a long way to go. We still got to finish stage number 2 here. Well over 70 laps to go. Party leads here at Homestead. We join the battle for the 7th position as it's the only on-track battle we've got. Cracker right now trying to fend off the 20 of Miz. Down the back there, nose to tail. They got into each other early in stage number 2. Cracker came off the bottom of the racetrack, made contact with the 20 of Miz, and a huge moment for the 9 there. Off of turn number 4, the 20 of Miz looks to the outside of Cracker into turn number 1. Can he carry that momentum around the outside? He's looking to do so. Can he clear the 9 on the exit? I believe the 20 had to get out the front, and they're still side by side down the back, and Miz will clear Cracker for the 7th position. That puts him 3rd in the current standings. So a lot of work to go, and they can start to set their sight. He can start to set his sights on the 51 of Addy if Cracker doesn't have another attack right back at the 20 of Miz. And it looks like he's trying to set one up in his slipstream. These guys go from the top to bottom to top of the racetrack all the way throughout the corner, and a huge run through the center of the corner for Cracker. That time by the stripe, 12 laps remaining here in stage number 2. So when Cracker was out in front of these two, they were running closer to the middle and to the high lane. When Miz is out in front, they run the bottom lane. I believe that the bottom lane is Miz's preferred line around this racetrack. You see Cracker, oh, and then he makes contact with the white line. He slides up the track, and here goes Cracker right back to 7th. A huge moment for a championship contender. If he got into the wall, that would have been major championship implications. But he keeps it off the wall and keeps it going straight and has another shot right back at the 9 of Cracker for the 7th position and 3rd in the standings. Ten laps to go here in stage number 2. Cracker defending on the inside. Miz trying to carry the momentum around the outside. Off of turn number 4. They merge with about the same gap they had as they entered the corner. They kind of cross lines through the center of turn number 1, and Cracker into the wall. Here comes Miz along the inside, trying to clear the 9 of Cracker into turn number 3. Can he do so? He does for the time being, just getting out in front of the 9 of Cracker, but he's going right up to the wall. He doesn't hit it, but he was so close to it. Cracker has another shot right back at Miz. Party has about a 3-second gap over the 55 of Clutch. Out here leading here in the stage number 2 to 9 of Cracker into the wall again, and this time he's hard into the wall. Big for the 9 of Cracker. Miz a huge head of steam off the corner. He's setting his sights on 6th place 51 car of Addy. 7 laps to go here in stage number 2. Back up front, Controller closing the gap. It's now under a second between himself and Clutch. And Motorsports has gone around the 78 of Spoob. That was for the 4th position. Spoob is back to 5th. Even though he's in the 5th position, he still maintains 2nd in the standings. This time around will be 5 laps remaining in stage number 2. And now, on the aggressive defense, the 55 car, losing time to the 1 car of Party People, trying to hold on to the 2nd position with Controller on the attack. in third. Up the track they go to 55s into the wall. Controller loves that. He's piling on the pressure down the back. Into turn number 3 and through 4. The 55 rim right in the racetrack. Oh, so close to that outside wall. Controller to the inside. Can he complete the pass into 1? Diving to the inside of turn number 1. He's trying to complete the slide job. Up the track he goes, and it's pass complete for the 13. Trying to keep it out of the wall because the 55 with a huge run down the back. He can look to the inside if he wants to. Peaks, doesn't make the move. 4 laps to go here in stage number 2. We're coming around to 3 laps to go. 3 to go for Party People, who has a 4 3/4 second lead over the 13 of Controller. Miz trying to complete the pass on the 51 of Addy for the 6th position, and he's done so. Off of turn number 4, 2 laps to go here in stage number 2. Now Clutch, the older tires are getting to him. Under attack now from the 18 of Motorsports. Spoob may have something to say before this one's over. Diving to the inside of turn 3 goes Motorsports, trying to clear the 55 for 3rd. Back up front, 1 lap to go in stage number 2, and it's all been about this number 1 of Party People. He barely eked out the 13 of Controller for stage number 1. This time it's going to be much different, nearing a 5-second advantage over the 13 of Controller as he rounds turns 3 and 4. Keeping it just out of the wall on the exit. Stage number 2 will go again to the 1 of Party People. Controller comes home 2nd, Motorsports 3rd, Spoob 4th, Clutch in 5th, Miz in 6th, Addy 7th, Cracker 8th. The 9 car is out of gas, so he's going to have to get a push under caution. We'll see how he fares. We'll see if he stays on the lead lap with the push truck having to get out there to him. So here we go. We've had 2 amazing stages. We're going to be lining up for something about 50 some odd laps left here in the final one. And these guys up double wide, and we're going to try it once more. Make sure you go to Veedverks.com and use promo code VCOS for discounts on CBD-based products and needs. They support us. You should go support them. Love them as much as they love us. If I'm not mistaken, they have just extended their deal with us for the next season, so you will not be done with the Veedverks advertisements. We got another season with them, and just go show them some love. They love us. But here we go. We're doubled up, and we're ready to go for the final time this season. The green flag in the final stage of the season. Here we go. The 1 of Party People trying to clear the 13 of Controller, and he does so. Now, Motorsport slides up the track, trying to clear the 13 of Controller down the back. Party clear to the race lead. All 9 cars under, or all 8 cars under a blanket. Spoob right now 2nd in the standings, trying to fend off all the non-playoff contenders, but they're all surrounding him. Now Spoob to the inside, an aggressive move from Spoob. That's the kind of moves you gotta do if you want to win the championship. Gotta dive to the inside of your competitors, and there's contact in the back. The 51 of Addy, the 9 of Cracker, they keep it straight. Spoob trying to clear the 18 for 2nd, and he does so. So Spoob up to 2nd, and he's looking for that 1 car. trying to stay out in front of the 18 of Motorsports. Clutch down the inside. Miz is right in the middle of this as well. They're about to go 3 wide for the 4th position. Motorsports on the aggressive, looking to the inside of the 18. Miz with a full head of steam on the inside of the controller. Down into turn 3 we go. This is all going on behind the 1 car. This time, with not as much of an advantage as he's had this race. Still leading, but here comes Spoob trying to use the slipstream to his advantage, trying to close the gap to the 1 party people. Miz right now in the 4th position, trying to find his way around the 18 of Motorsports. A huge drive to the inside from Cracker, all the way towards the inside wall. Can he keep it under him? Cracker going up the track and almost into the wall, but he's lost a lot of momentum. And from Cracker, it looks like he hit a seam in the middle of the racetrack there off of turn number 2. Those will definitely catch you out. Now we got 6 cars nose to tail. That's Party, Spoob, Motorsports, Miz, Clutch, Controller. 6 cars nose to tail. Spoob trying to close the gap to the 1 car and try to find a way around him, but Motorsports to the inside of Spoob now off of turn number 4. Back into 1, Spoob clear for 2nd. Looking for that back bumper of that 1 car. He's not lost any time to the 1, and he's slowly been gaining time. How about that? Look at Miz clearing Motorsports to 3rd. We got 3 of the 4 championship contenders nose to tail for the top 3 positions. Controller to the inside of Motorsports. That's a hard-fought battle for 4th. Clutch in the wings there in the 6th position. Party all the way down the racetrack trying to break the slipstream. Down into turn 1, Spoob getting ever so close to the back bumper of that 1. His back bumper has been worked over and over by many drivers in this field. It's his turn, and it's his turn to try to go for a championship. Here we go into turn number 3. Once again, dive into the inside now. He can sniff the lead. He can smell the lead. It's right in his face, trying to find a way around that 1. Miz is right there as well. And this is what it all comes down to. It's time to go all in. You're going championship racing. Miz and Spoob, they make very slight contact on the exit of 2. Spoob fighting for his season, fighting for his life right here. Trying to hold on to the 2nd position and try to get the race lead at the same time. Motorsports closing the gap there in 4th. A huge run out of turn 4. Now Spoob right on the back bumper of the 1. Miz is right there as well. We've seen spectacular racing all season, and folks, this is what it's going to come down to. An insane race for the championship. Everybody files nose to tail, coming off of turn number 4. I think they've had a little bit too much fun. They're going to try to regain their thoughts and rhythm here, even though it's still a high pressure situation. Miz and Spoob still on the aggressive. Party on a heavy defense right here off of turn number 2. Piling on the pressure, jostling for position up and down the racetrack. Each of these drivers go. Miz right now right on the back bumper of the 78. Pushing the 78 down the backstretch. Somebody made contact with the wall. Diving to the inside of 1. Party using the middle lane to his advantage. Getting the run off the corner. Spoob slides up the racetrack and Miz is pushing the 78 all the way down the backstretch. Party has been dominant all day, but he has not been able to open the gap when it's mattered most. Here in the 3rd and final stage. Now Miz looks to the inside of the 78. The 78 into the wall, diving down the track, making contact with the 55. The 18 into the wall as well, and around they go. That's the first good heavy contact with the 9 car. The caution on the speedway. A huge hit for a lot of drivers off of the second corner. Folks, high pressure situations can sometimes cause things to boil over. And that's what happened right there. Just hard racing at its finest. Got a little too aggressive for most drivers. Contact was made and around went several drivers. All this happening behind a one car of party people who seems to be fine and scratch free out of all of this. The pit lane is open for the 8 drivers. Here they come. That hit really knocked the wind out of a few drivers there in that accident. Heavy impacts from a lot of these drivers. So here we go, pit stops here, 39 laps to go in the race. Pit now, you can make it on one stop from here. Strategy starting to go out the window. It's all about now who's got the right stuff. No one party is down and away, but it's not going to be without contest. Controller gets out in front of the one party people. There's a new race leader. So the 13 of Controller is going to have lane choice over the dominant one car today. The championship leader with huge momentum. Huge points of leading during this race. He's not going to have the advantage on this restart. Will that cause any trouble, or will he be able to get it right back? That one car has been absolutely stellar today when it's mattered most. 39 laps to go. We will be going green this time by. We'll be going green with 38 laps to go in the Veedverks Cup Outlaw Series season. Folks, it's been a fun one. We've had some great racing here across all 3 stages. And I don't think we're done with the great racing. The 8 cars, they're double wide and ready to go. The 13 of Controller is going to lead them to green. Here we go. Green flag is in the air. We're racing at Homestead Miami Speedway. 38 laps to go on the Veedverks Cup Outlaw Series season. And Addy to second. Party's falling back to the 3rd position. Gets himself right in line. Motorsports let him in there. Now Miz and Spoob, they're hunting for that one car. They're looking to get right back into the mix. Now Motorsports holding up about the second half of the field. He's sliding up the track. Into the wall goes the 18 car. A lot of jostling for position in the back. Contact back there. That's the 20 of Miz. No, that's the 78 of Spoob having to hold on to the car now. Back up front, the battle for the lead is insane. Here comes the one of party people diving to the inside of Controller. The 51 of Addy trying to fend him off, trying to hold on to the 2nd position. It looks as if he won't be able to do so. Off of turn number 4, a lot of sliding around off the corner. Miz up to the 4th position, under attack from the 55 of Clutch, but he's looking for that one car. That's what matters to the 20, and that's what he's looking for. 6 cars, nose to tail, all battling for the race lead, all headed by Controller. Now Party diving to the inside of the 13. Can he get the race lead back once again? Can Controller carry the momentum around the outside? No. Party clears the 13 of Controller. Diving to the inside goes to 20. Hard into the outside wall goes to 20 of Miz. Caution on the speedway to 55. Hard into the inside wall. Monstrous, vicious hits for the 20 and the 55 on the front stretch. vicious impacts. Out of all the accidents this season and today, Homestead has been a very violent one in the very few laps recently here. Absolutely vicious hits. So the one of party people, he stays out, and the rest of the field, they all pit. So here we oh, the 18 of Motorsports. It's done day for the 18. So here we go. We have six drivers left in the race. 2 drivers have DNF'd. Which one of these 6 will come out of pit lane first, and who will line up second on the restart? Cracker's down and away. There goes Controller as well. It's a race off of pit road. Controller leads Cracker and Addy. The 55 of Clutch over the 78 of Spoo, but he's going back for the start of the caution. And now the 20 of Miz is down and away. Heavy impact to the front of his car, and he's underway. The one of party people right now leading the race. And I don't know if we're going to get lined up here, but we're getting 1 to go at the start-finish this time by. And on the front row, it's been a familiar sight all race. The front row has been the 1 and the 13 car. Maybe not always in that order, almost always in that order. Controller and party people, they have definitely controlled the race from the front rows of these restarts. Most of the time, the one of party people has. So here you go, under the 1 to go, here we will be going green this time around. 7 cars remain in the race. All 4 championship competitors on the inside lane. The 1 of party people restarts first. The 9 of Cracker restarts third. The 78 of Spoob restarts in 5th. And the 20 of Miz restarts 7th. The 18 of Motorsports has called it a day. So that's going to leave us with 7 cars remaining here in the closing laps of the Veedverks Cup Outlaw Series season. On the outside, we have the 13 of Controller restarting second, the 51 of Addy restarting 4th, and the 55 of Clutch, he will restart in the 6th position. Here we go, we're going green with 32 laps to go. So here we go, party and the championship 4 on the inside lane. The playoff spoilers on the outside lane. Green flag back in the air. 32 laps to go here at Homestead Miami Speedway. And Party dives to the outside lane. A huge lead now for Party as he's clear of the rest of the field. Controller up to second. Addy and Cracker, they made contact for third. Addy's going up into the wall. They made contact with the 55. And around goes the 78 and the 55. And another yellow on the speedway. And a heavy hit for Smoob on the inside wall once again. He went head on into the inside wall. And heavy, heavy impacts again. The third caution of the day. And all 3 of them have been for vicious hits. Tempers are starting to boil here in the closing laps of the season. This is what it all counts for. This either goes or it doesn't. Your season all depends on the next 30 laps. Having your car set up for the end of this race in the right position and in contention to try to compete with one another. Your car has got to be in tip-top shape, the fastest of the fast, and being able to compete with the rest of the championship contenders and the playoff spoilers in this race if you want to win this championship. The pit lane is open, and it'll be open with 30 laps remaining here down at Homestead Miami Speedway in the Veedverks Cup Outlaw Series season finale. 7 cars nose to tail. They head to the pit lane, and the one of party people again stays out. He's led all day. He knows track position is king. And and the gambles here with 30 laps left in the season, will it pay off? Will the one car's tires hold for the rest of the race? The 20 of Miz, he's down and away. He gets out in second. We got the 13 of Controller coming out third. The 9 of Cracker comes out in fourth. I believe the 51 of Addy comes out fifth. The 55 of Clutch comes out sixth. The 78 of Spoob comes out in the seventh position. Right now, the leader's rounding turn number 4. We will not be going green this time by. So here we go. 29 laps to go in the season. We're going green with 28 laps to go. Party definitely has been the dominant driver all day long. He restarts in that front row. But a new person to the front row today, the 20 of Miz, doing the fuel only stop. Can it pay off? The front row, they're both on older tires. Party has older tires than the 20 of Miz. The rest of the field has 4 fresh tires. So here we go. We're doubled up, and we're ready to go one more time. 28 laps to go when we go green. Make sure you go to Veedverks.com and use promo code VCOS for discounts on CBD-based products and needs. Support them as much as they support us. The one of Party People is going to lead the field to the green. Miz gets a terrible restart on that outside lane. A huge restart from the inside valve. Controller looking for second. Spoob following the 13 up the track and into the third position goes Spoob. He's looking for second. The one of Party People, he makes contact with the wall. He's back into the wall. The one of Party People having some connectivity issues, and that is not what he needs in the season finale. Controller leads the rest of the pack. Miz looking for third. Spoob there in fourth. Cracker looking for fifth. Spoob and Miz, they're side by side for the third position. Addy, Clutch, and Cracker, they're going at it for fifth. Contact in the back, the 20 of Miz, probably making contact with the 51 of Addy, sliding up the track now behind the 78. Party leads over Spoob, Miz, and Cracker in the championship standings. Controller running second in the race. Everybody running the middle and high lane of the racetrack. Everybody fighting the seams, trying to keep their cars under control. I believe we're going 3 wide. Following back to 2 wide. The 51 of Addy and again the 78 and the 20. They make slight contact up the track. They go. This time nobody's into the wall. But don't look too soon. A lot of jostling for position is going to cause a lot of contact between one another. There's still one more pit stop to go in this race. When will everybody pit? I can almost assure you there is going to be some gambles here in the final pit stop. Should we not have any more cautions intervene in this race? To the inside of the 13 goes the 78 of Spoob. That is for the second position. And Spoob looking for an easier shot at the 1 car for the potential championship that lies right there. The 13 of Controller. He's not competing for a championship, but he's not going to give that position up either. You've made it this far. You're going to have to find your way around these guys the way you've done all season long. And he's proven so. The 78 up the track. He completes the slide job and almost into the wall. The 13 dives to the inside, and now the 20 of Miz pushing his support to the playoff spoiler of Controller. Spoob around the outside, trying to get the momentum on the outside. Controller clears Spoob. Now Miz to the inside of Spoob, and they're back to single file. Now Spoob to the inside of Controller for second once again. Trying to complete the pass out of turn number 4. They're still side by side down the front stretch. All this going on for second. All this happening behind a 1 car of Party People. Spoob pushes up the track with Controller to his outside. Miz, a huge advantage to the center of the corner. Everybody slipping on the scenes. The 13 of Controller way up high in the track. Into the wall he goes. The championship 4 clear of Controller and all running 1, 2, 3, and 4. 20 laps to go on the Veedverks Cup Outlaw Series season. And this is what it comes down to. The championship 4 leading the rest of the field. Party leads over the 78 of Spoob, the 20 of Miz, and the 9 of Cracker running 4th in the race. The rest of the field rounds out as follows: Clutch, Controller, and Addy 5th, 6th, and 7th. Can Miz and Spoob work together with 2019 now laps left in the season to try to catch the 1 car of Party People? They know if they help each other, they both have a better shot at winning the championship instead of going against each other. Final pit stops on the horizon. Now if you pit, you can make it to the end. Who chooses that strategy for fresher tires to the end? Who chooses to go as long as they can? We're going to find out. 18 laps to go on the season. Party right now is your current champion as he leads the field over Spoob, Miz, and Cracker. Diving to the inside goes the 20 of Miz. He's going to opt for fresh tires. Follow suit is the 9 of Cracker. The gamble's starting to pay off. Cracker into the grass on the access lane. Addy goes by. Now Addy's into the grass. Everybody making their way to the pit lane now. Now the 1 really having trouble with internet now. Trying to hold on to it up there. Spoob right now in the second position, and Party dives to the inside. Now Spoob takes over the race lead and the potential championship over the 55 of Clutch, now running second. The 13 of Controller running third in the race. The 20 and the 9, they're coming out. Down and away. Addy comes out behind Cracker. The 78 of Spoob, he continues to log laps. He's going to go until the tank is empty. I'm almost sure of that now. He's doing what the others did not. So the alternate strategies being played. 3 of the 4 championship contenders pit for fresh tires when the pit window is open. Here comes Spoob now. He couldn't stand to be out there as a sitting duck on old tires. Here he comes to pit lane. Making sure he's a perfect pit entry, not to overdrive the pit access lane. Does that nicely. The 55 of Clutch follows suit. That relinquishes the race lead to Controller Hog in that 13 car. The 1 of Party People, he goes by to unlap himself. So it's going to be where does the 78 come out in relation to the rest of the championship four? 15 laps to go on the season. The 78 is down and away. Party's going to come by with a full head of steam around the outside. Spoob trying to get up to speed. Where does he come out in relation to the one car? He's into the grass. Party goes right on by. And around goes the 78. Hard into the inside wall. And that could be it. That might just be it. The one of Party People now an extraordinary advantage over the 20 of Miz. The 55 of Clutch running in third, and an absolute heartbreak for the 78 unless we get one of those magic C words that could change everything. 11 laps to go on the season, and Controller still leads here at Homestead. And now here comes the 13, the pit lane. Now Cracker into the wall. That's going to allow Addy to go right on by for position. Party now unlapping himself to the 13. Ten laps to go in the race. This time by when everybody else crosses the line to get right back into the cycled out positions. Party has a huge lead over Miz for the championship. And unless he makes any mistakes, it may just have been the perfect race. 10 laps to go. Can he pull it off? The 13 of Controller, he comes out as the race leader still, but that doesn't matter in terms of the championship. So Controller leads over the 1 of Party People, the 20 of Miz, the 55 of Clutch, as they go head to head for the third position. Controller has a huge moment off of turn number 2, and that's going to allow Party People get a huge advantage on the 13 car. Now this is for the race lead. 8 laps to go on the season. Side by side for the race lead. Party looking for the race lead on Controller. Into the wall goes the 13 car, and Party is clear. We knew if anybody was going to try to beat this one car, they were going to have to try doing something crazy. Now Party People with 7 laps left on the season has a huge lead and is gaining on the rest of his championship competitors. Six laps to go here at Homestead Miami Speedway. It has not been the best of seasons for the 1 of Party People, but it's been a pretty good season, racking up a few wins, but most importantly, getting his way into the championship 4 race here at Homestead Miami Speedway, and now in the prime position to win it all with 5 laps to go. I mean, this guy has an absolutely monstrous lead over the rest of his championship competitors. He has played this race down to the very last seam nearly perfectly. He has led, I would say, probably well over 120 laps. 4 laps to go for the one-car party people. And he is as smooth as ever. He is as cool as a cucumber. He's gonna try to ride this one out. Coming off of turn number 4. 4.5 miles to go at Homestead Miami Speedway. Party people, no competition now. 2.5 laps to go. Caution's no longer a thing off of turn number 4. 3 miles to go. An absolutely perfect drive from this one of party people. Six corners to go for party people to navigate. One lap to go. The bell lap. The final lap of the Veedverks Cup Outlaw Series season. This is what it's come down to. The one of party people. A ginormous lead over the rest of his championship competitors. Miz, second in the championship, but nowhere near close enough to have anything to say for this one. The 2018-2019 Veedverks Cup Outlaw Series Championship goes to the one of party people as he absolutely dominates the season finale at Homestead Miami Speedway. Cracker. Miz will finish second in points. Cracker will finish third in points. Spoob will come home fourth in points. Finishing second in the race, the 55 of Clutch. Miz finishes third in the race. Controller fourth. Cracker fifth. Addy sixth. Spoob finishes seventh. Motorsports DNFs finishing eighth. And Crazy finishes this race in ninth, while his teammate, a party people, dominates. I mean, I could make the educated guess of leading well over 120 laps today. An absolute beautiful race driven from the one of party people. And let's jump right into it. We're going to join the call with the one of party people right now and get his thoughts in the moment. Hey, party.
What up?
How about that? Congratulations on a absolutely phenomenal drive today. How was the car?
Oh my god, the car.
What was that you cut out there?
What was that? Because enough times I started getting really stressed out because I couldn't turn the car like I wanted to. And then when everyone kept pitting, I knew if I pit, somebody would have stayed out or taken 2 tires, and I didn't want to mess up the balance of my car, so I didn't want to take 2 tires, so I just stayed out. Bet on the clean air because I knew I was dominant all night, just trying to stay out front, not get side by side much with anybody else. So car was perfect. I couldn't have asked for it to be any better.
I don't think there was a time besides green flag pit stops you were any lower than second in the field.
Yep. I try to stay up as front as much as I can. That's where least amount of trouble is going to happen.
How many laps do you think you led today? Just a shot in the dark.
How many were there? what, 33?
Yes.
At least 120.
That's what I said. I'm sure you've led at least 120 laps a day. I mean, if you were going to win the championship in this kind of a format in any fashion, what other way to prove when 4 drivers have an equal chance to win the championship by absolutely obliterating the rest of the field? Let's go ahead and let's talk about how was your season prior to the playoffs? I mean, you racked up some wins in the regular season, but in the regular season, what was your thought process as far as Homestead? Were you ever looking at Homestead in the middle of the regular season, or when were you really looking at Homestead as a serious chance to win the title?
I would like to think about it, you know. It was definitely on my mind going to Homestead during the regular season, but I was just trying to, you know, during the first half of the regular season, I kept choking away those wins, and eventually I just kept putting myself in positions to win, and I eventually learned how to win, I guess. So that definitely paid off tonight. That would have sucked really bad if I choked that one away, which I thought I almost did. Just kept staying out, and then my car handling went bad, so I had to pit before everyone else at the end right there. I thought I lost it, but thank God I didn't. So yeah, it was really nice to rack up some wins towards the end of the first half of the regular season, and then I just kept my stride for the rest of the playoffs. So regular season does matter momentum-wise. Obviously, the points don't matter the most, but just try to run the best you can whenever you can.
Yeah, going into the Final Four, you already knew you were going to be a lock at Homestead, so you really didn't take your chance to run any more races throughout the rest of the playoffs. Why was that?
Unfortunately, I had some other stuff come up, and I did take some time to practice just a little bit. But yeah, life got in the way pretty badly, but luckily I was able to make it tonight. That was almost not going to happen with football and everything. But, you know, I mean, I guess not running those races, I didn't make any enemies, you know, so that was a positive.
That definitely was. I mean, you absolutely took control of this race. I'm still astounded. I'm still appalled by all the gambles you took staying out under the several cautions, but it paid out in your favor. Is there anybody you'd like to thank for having to attributing to your amazing championship season, championship domination here in the final race?
You know what? It was Jay would help me out a lot this season. Running with a bunch of people, it was a lot of fun. You know, I'd like to thank everyone in the league. To be honest with you, they all those side-by-side racing, man, just prepared me for this championship race. Because beginning of the season, you could find me running in the front, but towards the end, I'd fall back to sixth just because I'd fall under the pressure. And obviously tonight, I didn't let the pressure get to me. I just stuck to my guns, trying to keep the clean air on the nose. Knowing the restart was huge. The one time I wasn't on the pole for the restart, I had a really bad jump, so I had to let the controller back by. And luckily, I was able to get back to the lead before that next caution came out. But I'd like to thank everyone in the league for sticking around, because that was a lot of fun this season. And I'm really looking forward to the next season with the next game.
Well, I mean, you absolutely obliterated the field today. Congratulations. You are, I mean, whether you won the championship by an inch or by half a mile, you were going to leave this place smiling. But, I mean, you were going to leave this place with, I mean, an absolute huge grin on your face. Well over 120 laps led. Congratulations on an absolutely dominating showing today. And the championship, of course.
And Emerson, I'd like to take a moment to formally recognize Party. Party, congratulations. It's your first full season with the league. First 2 seasons being part-time. You made your first full season this year. And you had an incredible year. Congratulations. You are officially the Season 5 Veedverks Cup Outlaws Series Cup Series champion.
Hell yeah, thank you.
You ran a great race. You ran a great season, and look forward to many more with you, bud.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, Spoop, you've had a phenomenal season with a lot of drivers. I know personally for you the race wasn't the greatest, but just talk about this season in general as a league owner and what it was for you to have kind of an up and down season, a lot of drama, but it's come down to you really finding out who's going to be loyal for this league for the next season and seasons to come, and the kind of racing it produced, no matter who was in the league at the time or then or now. The racing still stayed consistent, the level of racing.
Overall, as far as the league goes, I'm happy. I'm looking forward to season 6. I'm looking forward to our second year with Veedverks and seeing what can come of that. And I want to personally thank them, especially Travis, for having faith in us and decide to take a chance for this first year with us, and for going ahead and saying they're happy and wanting to extend the relationship. They're a great partner, and they make time for us, and they have a great product. I know a little bit about what's coming up as far as their future projects. I'm not going to say anything as far as the details, but really excited to see what comes of that and looking forward to that. And but yeah, my race didn't end the way I wanted it. It was going good. I tried to play it smart. I took care of the car the first 2 stages, so I was just kind of riding, not tear it up, and then had a running right there at the end. I could get right there on with Party, and there were times, a couple times, I thought about trying to make a move, but it was just didn't feel like it was the right time yet, and I got a little greedy, I guess, coming out of pit road on that last stop, and just clipped the grass, and it was just a passenger at that point. But happy we were able to finish on the lead lap, even with all that damage. The car was overheating the last 15 laps, and extremely off the pace, but we stayed after it because at that point the goal was a lead lap finish out the season running all the laps in the race. And I accomplished that. So I'm looking forward to the returning drivers we're expecting for next season. I've already had quite a few new drivers that want to commit to next season, and they were just waiting for us to finish this one out and seeing what the future brings. And but yeah, as far as overall, I'm happy. We had our ups and downs as the season went on, but we persevered. We didn't let it get us down. We didn't let it take away from the racing. There was a point where we could have just said, something, this is it. But we stayed committed. We all stayed dedicated to putting on the best races we could, and we ended the season on a high note. Some amazing racing, amazing side-by-side battling. It didn't matter if it was for first or if it was for 15th. It seemed like no matter where you looked on the track, you could find cars battling for position. And as far as being the league owner, that's all I can ask for. Drivers happy, everyone in a good mood, and good racing on the track.
Yep. Well, congratulations on a great run. I know it didn't end the way you wanted to, but you still got a couple more races to try to get her done this season. Down in the Veedverk Bandit Series and the Veedverk Gunman Truck Series.
Yeah, we still have a couple more shots to get some of that gold. Defending Truck Series champion this year, so see if we can go back to back next Wednesday night and see if we can't go ahead and get 2 out of 3 with the Bandits title on next Thursday night.
Yes, sir. All right, thank you. Party and not Party. Cracker and Miz, y'all still there? All right, Cracker left. You wanna do a little post race interview here? All right, let me get my party audio set back up. All right, hold on, folks. We're gonna be joined by second place runner-up finisher here of the championship, Miz. Sharing broadcasting. Yep. Share party audio. Back and back.
I'm gonna hop out of the party when I get back up there.
All right. Thanks, Boop. All right, and now we're joined by runner-up on the season, Miz. It was a hard-fought race. What could have you done differently?
Well, first off, I gotta thank Veedverks and Travis for sponsoring a great league. Gotta thank Spooby for allowing me to race and running a great league. A big shout out Jay Wood. I know he's not with us anymore, but appreciate him getting me into this league because it was hella fun all year. Big ups, big downs. Got a few wins, but overall, I'm satisfied. Congrats to the party. He ran a hell of a race, hell of a season.
You had a hard-fought race. I know that this is the one that means the most, and you weren't able to get it done, but like Spoob, you still got two more chances with Spoob to try to get this one done. Veedverk Bandit Series and Veedverk Gunman Truck Series, I believe next Wednesday night. It's gonna be a fun one. What are your thoughts heading into that one?
Well, I'm excited. Both of us put in time. It's gonna be a fight like it was tonight, playing on side by side, and I hope to come out on top.
Yep, those should be fun. As far as your season here in the Veedverk Cup Outlaw Series, when were you looking for Homestead as an absolute threat? And throughout the regular season, were you thinking that you were going to be locked into the playoffs before your win, and then winning races? Were you looking at Homestead? Like throughout the season, just kind of tell me where your mind was at overall.
Well, coming in as a rookie, I didn't really know what to expect. I just set my goal as I wanted to at least make the playoffs. Felt that was a satisfying way to finish the season, and it just ended up. Circumstances led me to Homestead, and through and through, it was actually excellent season. A lot of growth. Seen myself from first race to now, well improved. Little instances tonight on the track, but hey, when that championship's on the line, I did what I had to do to try to get to where I needed to be.
Oh yeah, as you said, you came into this season as a rookie. I can remember from the beginning of the season. I'm going to be honest, I didn't look at you as a championship threat, and you just improved and improved throughout the season. You kept getting your finishes up, and you kept running more consistent. And I can definitely say you grew from the beginning to the end of the season as a driver in this league.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun to watch you throughout the season. Yeah, congratulations on the run. I know you didn't win it, but second place is still a remarkable job, especially like you said in your rookie season and how you started this one out. So congratulations on the second place finishing points. And
Thank you.
we will see you next week for the Trucks and Bandit Series Championship finales.
Yes, sir. Just hungry for next year now.
So as you heard me say a few times now, we're not done with the Veedverk Racing Series action just yet, even though the Veedverk Cup Outlaw Series has come to a close and Party People has won the Veedverk Cup Outlaw Series Championship here in the 5th season of its running. We're not done. Next Wednesday night, I believe we have our Veedverk Gunman Truck Series season finale and our Veedverk Bandit Series finale here at Homestead Miami Speedway. Both of those races, we have Spoob and Miz going head-to-head for the titles in those series. So make sure you tune in for those, because believe me, if this race was any indicator on how next week's races are going to be, next week's races are going to be even closer and a lot more fun. Make sure you go to Veedverks.com and use promo code VCOS for discounts on CBD-based products and needs. As you heard, they're going to be joining us next season. So just go ahead and support them the way they've supported us. They've done a lot for us. The least you can do is at least go check out the site and see if you'd benefit from any of their products. I'm sure you can find something for you or the rest of your family or your pets. There's a lot of things on that site. You just have to check it out to see for yourself. Again, Veedverks.com is the place to go. They have supported us all season long. They're supporting us for next season, and we hope for the future. So, in that regard, at least just spare them the need and go check out that site. Make sure promo code VCOS if you're going to get anything for discounts on those CBD-based products and needs. What a phenomenal season here in the Veedverk Cup Outlaw Series. It came down to the absolute wire. It was a fun one. Congratulations to Party People as your Season 5 Veedverk Cup Outlaw Series champion. I am Emerson Arden, and this is me signing out here at the end of the 5th season of the Veedverk Cup Outlaw Series season. It has been a blessing to broadcast these races, and I will see y'all next Wednesday to broadcast those, and I hope to broadcast for y'all next season as well. Y'all stay tuned. Y'all make sure y'all like the Veedverk Cup Outlaw Series page on Facebook for updates as far as next season. And until next time, if you're not tuning in next week, we will see you next season. But make sure you tune in next week. And until then, y'all stay cool. Y'all stay safe. And we will see y'all next Wednesday for a couple more season finales in the Veedverk Gunman Truck Series and the Veedverk Bandit Series.